Alright, what up, YouTube? In this episode, it might be a long boy because we're going to be making a Flutter app from scratch. Woo! It's going to be a quiz app, and we'll just hop right into it. Oh my gosh, wrong. Oh, wrong button. Oh no, I'm going to get demonetized with all this gore right here. Wow. Okay. Let me just. Oh, geez. Okay. Alright, back to start. So we're going to start off with a start screen, and we're going to go a new container because I want it to be colored, and we're going to go colors dot. Let's just go green. Let's see. Maybe they got a good one in here. There's this green. Let's change it to a green 400. That's good. That's good. I like that. We're gonna go with child of a new material, and you need to do this whole workaround thing. From this guy right here, he tells you. I'll link this his credit. Because otherwise you'll see, but it won't. The inkwell won't work, which I'm gonna put in right here. Inkwell. Whoops, my bad. I'm gonna go new inkwell. And we're gonna go, so let's just give that a whirl. So when I go like this, oops, let's see, body new container, color that green. So the material is on top of the green. So I'm gonna need to change that. So the color is gonna be colors dot transparent because I have a white sheet on top of a green, so it's blocking it out. Boom. Now when I tap, nothing's gonna happen. So let me add the on tap. And now when I tap, you can see the little inkwell. So that's good, but I would also like to make a child here, and we're going to go new center with a child of a new text. So we have a text in the center of this, and it's going to say start. Let's give this a whirl. What does it look like? We're going to give everything a whirl today. So that's good, but I want it to be bigger. Let's go comma style, new text style. We're going to go, what am I looking for? Font size. Oops, font size. Let's make it big. Let's go 40.0. Make it real big and bold. Booms. All right, that's good. Let's go color. Colors dot white. Okay, and we'll do weight, font weight, and we're gonna go font weight dot bold. Perfect. So now that looks good. I like that. So let me just reformat all my text or all my code so it looks fancy. Boom, fancy pants. So now let's add some functionality to the start screen. So when you click on it, we're gonna go on tap in here. We're gonna copy and paste this piece of code. I always copy and paste this. I'll leave it in the description, but it's basically just tells Flutter to redraw some widgets. So I'm just gonna paste this here, and this is gonna say second screen, but I'm gonna change this to quiz screen, and it's gonna give you a little red squiggly. So we're gonna alt tab that, create new method, and that's not what we want at all actually. So we're gonna write class quiz screen extends new stateful widget. This is just awkward. Let me see. Extends stateful widget, perfect. And we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. I don't know why it's just like what is it trying to do here? Oh, because I missed this. Okay. So now it's gonna give me this, but it's giving me an error here. So we're gonna copy and paste this. Always copy and paste this. Don't even try to memorize it. So we're gonna change this to quiz screen state, and you're gonna do this every time, unless it's a stateless widget, which is kind of useless, honestly, for beginners at least. Extends state, and then we're gonna go quiz screen. Boom. So everything's good except this, and I can just alt enter this, add this, and we're gonna go everything is this. Return new scaffold. All right, perfect. With a body, we gotta have a body. Let's just put a new column for right now. With children of just a new text. Oops, new text. All right, that's not a text. That's still not a text. That's still not a text. That's just embarrassing. And we're just gonna put some placeholder stuff. Add the colon there. And boom, now when I refresh it, I can click, and wow, look at that. Works like a charm. So I'm just going to click the back button there, and let's add the quiz screen. So what I want to have is I want to have two buttons, true or false. So this part up here is going to be true, down here is going to be false, and then the question right in the middle. So I want to take up all this space, question, and take up all this space. So I'm going to go an expanded, because an expanded just takes up all the space it can. It's just a little space hog. It wants to take all the space. So we're going to go a new expanded with a child of, let's say, a new container, just so I can add a color container. And let's go, color and colors dot green for true. And we're going to add a comma here. We're going to copy and paste this because it's the same thing here. And this one's going to be red for false. And right in the middle, we're going to have a new container. And we only have to specify the height because the width is just going to be the max. So let's say the height, 50.0 should be good. Add a comma here so that it knows to continue. And then let's change the column because right now it's going to look a little weird. I'm just kidding. It's going to look perfect. So this is good. I like this. I like where this is going, but we're going to have to basically copy and paste this to add some functionality because you can see when I click here, nothing's happening, right? So let's change. Let's see here. So I did the new container thing. All this. Let's just let's see. Can I copy and paste this? I believe I can. So we're just gonna copy this new container. We're just gonna paste this right in here. Boom. So let's go green 400. The ink. So the on tap is not gonna do anything quite yet. On the new text, we're gonna go true. Font weight bold, good, transparent. Let's give this a whirl, see what it looks like. That looks fantastic. I like that. So let's I'm just gonna minimize all this and we're just gonna copy this one. Give her a little copy right here. Give her a little paste. Boom, good to go. We're gonna change this to false, and we're gonna change the color obviously to red. Let's see if red 400. That's a bold color right there. So maybe red accent. Red accent 100. Yes, I like that. Good. Look at how that's good and matte, and you can see when I click, you got the little click, and good to go. So now we're gonna have this container in the middle, height, and let's make it a child. Oops, child, because we want it inside the container, and we're gonna new text, and let's just put the question 1. All right. That's right at the top. I don't like that. That doesn't look good. So we're gonna go a new center. Oops, new center. And I'm just gonna see if this works. I'm not sure if it'll center it properly, but I'll just give her a whirl because that's a good one. Perfect. Perfect. So, and that's a boring old question mark. So we're gonna go style, new text style, and we're gonna say size, and let's go 20. You know, make it. That won't even be that much bigger. You know what? That'll work. So that's good. Let's see. I really like bold for some reason. Font weight bold. I think it just adds a little kick. So I like that. All right. So now we got the UI. Now we got to add the functionality. So this is kind of the tricky part. You know, the easy part's over. So let's make a map. What is a map? I'm not even sure, honestly. I just know how to make one. So it's gonna be a string on one side, and then the other side is gonna be a list. Okay, is gonna equal. Oh, let's call this map, and we're gonna name this. You know what? Map questions. All right, and we're gonna make a new map. So it's gonna be a curly brackets, because it's a map, and then we're gonna have a string on one side. So we're gonna call this question 1. So I'm just gonna go Q1, and then a colon, because now it's the other side. So I need a list. So that's the flat brackets. Oh, that's a string, so I have to put it in parentheses here. And now we got a list. So we're gonna have the question 1. So we're gonna go. This is gonna be the question. Is Flutter awesome? And the answer to that is gonna be true. So that's the first question. And now I'm going to put a comma here, and we're just going to copy this, and we're just going to, let's see here. Okay, perfect. So we're just going to paste the next one here. So this is going to say question 2, and we're going to go what's a good question? Is YouTube awesome? Yeah, these are very high thought questions, and it's still gonna be true. Maybe we'll throw them off a little bit. We're gonna copy this, paste this right here. We're gonna go question 3. You know what? I don't like this. I don't like this. We're gonna make this an integer, and we're gonna say this is gonna be question 0. This is gonna be question 1, and this is gonna be question 2. So we're gonna say our Lamborghinis. I think I spelled that right. Cheap. and it's gonna be false. And then we're gonna go just make one more question here, just so you can get the flavor, because we're basically just copying and pasting at this point. Well, we've been copying and pasting it for a while. And finally, let's see. This is a lot harder than you would think. Is am I on my? No. It's got to be false. Am I? Oh, this is just embarrassing. Think of a question me. Click the false button. Perfect. And it's gonna be false. So very, very thought-provoking questions. So this child is gonna say question 1. Just because we put down question 1, it's always gonna say question 1 no matter what. Well, what if I don't want it to say question 1? What if I want it to change? Well, that's a good question, me. So I'm gonna write map dot. Oops, that's awkward. Let's go map, which is map questions. Sorry, dot values. Oh man, dot values, and then we're gonna go dot toList, and then we're gonna say value 0. Okay, list can't be. Actually, let me just try something real quick, just to see what this map is, because this is just kind of a weird one. So I'm just gonna make this say whatever, because I don't want it to crash. And then I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna say print. Not that, print. We're gonna go map questions. Are we seriously doing this right now? Excuse me. Is it abstract? What? Here we go. Print. Map questions dot values dot toList. So I'm gonna click the re thing, and it's gonna come in here. So it's gonna say, is Flutter awesome? True. Is YouTube awesome? True. So let's say the list, and we're gonna say the list on the index of 0. And now it should just say the first one, and then we want from this list, we want the 0th one, and it should say, is Flutter awesome? Is what we're looking for here. And perfect. It says, is Flutter awesome? So I can just copy this part right here. It's more just guess and check when you're working with maps, unless you really know what you're doing, but this should be for beginners only. So now when I click refresh, it's gonna say, is Flutter awesome? And if I wanted the next question, I can go 1 and refresh it, and it says obviously boom, is YouTube awesome? And I can go to the next one. I can say true. Our Lamborghini's cheap. You get the idea. I'm gonna leave it at 0 for right now. Actually, we're gonna make a new integer. We're gonna call it integer x is gonna equal 0. You shouldn't do this. You're gonna say, is integer question number is gonna equal 0. So we're gonna put this one is gonna be question number, and then we're gonna go. It's always gonna be the text. So we're just gonna leave this as 0, because we never want it to say true or false. We just want it to equal 0. We're gonna click refresh here, and now it's just gonna say this. So when I click on either one of these, all right, we're gonna make a new what's this called? I can't think of the word for it. Well, just follow my lead here. We're gonna go excuse me. We're gonna go void true or false tap, and we're gonna go like this. So true false tap, we want the bool, so we're gonna go bool value. We're gonna go if value equals, and we're comparing it, so we're gonna equals, and we're gonna go if it equals, we want this map questions.value.list.0. We're gonna copy this, paste it in here, but okay, so question numbers, it's not defined yet, so I'm gonna move this above it so that it knows what it's looking for. And instead of 0, we're gonna go the value that you clicked. So we're gonna say value if it equals the value. Let's see, bool can't be int. Excuse me. Value. What am I looking for? Why is this an integer? Which would be a good question, and this is kind of what you're looking for. So if I'm wondering why is this an integer, I'm just gonna print it out, because that's just very, very easy to see what we're looking for here. So the value is gonna be, let's see. Oh, it should be 1. Oh, excuse me, my bad. So it's gonna say question number, and then this is gonna say 1, because we're always looking for the true or false. which would be over here. So now, if it does equal this, we're going to say they're right, so correct, and then else, which would mean it's not right. We're going to say print, we're going to go wrong, because that's really funny and edgy. So let's refresh this here, see if it crashes. So is Flutter awesome? Let's say true. And it didn't print anything because I didn't add anything. So on tap, we're going to go true, false, tapped. So I'm going to type in true, false, tapped. And the bool value, since this is the true one, we're going to say true. And then leave it with the semicolon. I'm going to copy this. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go to the false one. And I'm going to put it in the on tap. It's lower down here. Go false. And now it should work. Because now it knows to go. It knows to use this right here. So let's refresh it here. So is Flutter awesome? True. And they're correct. Is Flutter awesome? False. And they're wrong. All right. So that's cool. Perfect. It works. Right? Wrong. We got to add. Now we want to move on to the next question. So if let's see here. If where was it? It's right here. So let's make a scaffold to show up. A little thing down here that says if you were right or wrong. In the YouTube video that he did animations. Animations are difficult because nobody wants to watch a 3-second animation every time something happens in an app. Honestly, think of the big apps. You just don't want to waste your time watching something happen. So I'm just gonna make a quick little notification down here if you got it right or wrong. So we're gonna say let's go here. Let's just Google Flutter scaffold, and I'll show you how you do this here. So scaffold class, and you can read all about it here, all the properties, etc. So I'm gonna go back to my app. And we're going to add a scaffold key. What a scaffold key is it tells the oh, I got rid of my little bracket there. It tells Flutter what scaffold you're using, because I have a scaffold here and a scaffold here. How does it know which one to show the what's it called, the snack bar on? So that's what I'm going to show. So I'm going to go final because it's never going to change. Global key. And we're gonna go scaffold state, excuse me, and I'm just gonna name it scaffold key. And I put the underline here, or the underscore, so that it's private. It's only gonna be in this class. If I wanted to get it outside, it's not gonna happen. And we're gonna go equals a new global key. Perfect. So there's my scaffold key right there. I'm gonna add it to my scaffold all the way at the bottom. Key, and we're gonna go underscore scaffold key. Boom. So now it's blue. That means it works. So we're going to go, if it's correct, we're going to go underscore scaffold key dot current state dot show snack bar. And the snack bar is going to be a new snack bar. And the content is going to be a new text. And we're going to say correct. Okay? And if it's wrong, same thing. But we're just going to write wrong. All right? Because that's funny. So now when I refresh it here, instead of printing it where only the editor can see, in the app it'll say correct, and wait till it goes away, false. Perfect. So if it's wrong, I don't want it to actually say wrong because that's going to be the end of the game. But we'll change that in a second. So every time it's done, so this is the if, but this is going to happen every single time. It's going to go question number plus plus. What plus plus means is it just means +1, basically. So when I refresh it here, we're going to go like this, and it just added 1. Now, if I click it again, let's see. It might, so to see, it gave me an error because, like, why did it give me an error? That's because it's not updating. Like, when I change this, it should change this, but it's not. Why not? Because I need to call set state. So what set state does is it basically reloads the entire screen. It's like, oh, something should change here, and it'll reload it. So now when I click true, nothing will happen. I'm not actually sure why nothing happens. Because let's see, question. Let me see. What if I print question number? Let's see, it should say 1. Let's see, it says 1, but this doesn't change for some reason. Even though I'm calling set state, that's kind of odd. Let me cut and I'll figure out what's wrong. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. I figured out what it was. Classic mistake. You can't set state from the build context. So I just moved this and this from here to outside. So now, when I refresh this here, and by refresh it, I mean stop it entirely and click play, because it's still gonna, the question number isn't gonna change. It's not gonna go back down to 0. Oh, you know what? I could have just backed out and back in, but it's too late now. So it's got to rebuild it all because I pressed the green triangle instead of the arrow. But while it's rebuilding, um, let's see. Let's add some let's add a final int number correct. Actually, you should just say question number, because it'll say it should be good. So we're gonna click start and say, is Flutter awesome? True. Is YouTube awesome? True. Are Lamborghinis false? And click the false button. False. But now when I click it, it's gonna run out of stuff to say. So it's gonna say, oops, ran out of stuff to say. That's when we gotta add this. So we're gonna go if right at the top. It's gotta check this right at the top. We're gonna say if question number is equal to it would be question number 3. We're gonna want to change it to a whole new page that says you're done. So we're gonna copy this again because we're making a new page. And we're gonna paste this and we're gonna say final screen. Okay. And we're gonna create, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna go class, final screen, extends, state. You're gonna do this every single time, so get used to it. State, no, not that. It's gonna say stateful widget. You go like this. We got to, you're gonna need this again every single time. So again, get used to it. It's just the same process. Nothing you can do about it. And I'm just gonna copy this, honestly. So final screen state, and we're gonna go copy this, paste it here. Perfect. We're gonna go Alt Enter, create a class, and then okay, all right, so good. Extends state. Whoops, state. Whoops, state. Come on, work with me. Here we go, state final screen. Perfect. And we're gonna do this whole shebang again, and we're gonna go return a new scaffold. Whoops, come on. Here we go. Scaffold, and the body is gonna be a new container because I want it to be colored. So we're gonna go colors.blue. You're always gonna write colors dot and then the color every single time, so get used to it. And a child of a new center because I want it right in the center. And let's go a new text, and it says number correct. All right, let's see here. Excuse me. Let's see, new text. What did I do wrong here? Oh, that's right. I didn't write child. You can't. So there we go. So now let's see here. Let's give this a whirl. Oh, let me just pull this back up. That's again. All right. So boom. Oh, you know what? It's still gonna give me the error. Because it doesn't. Nothing tells it to change back down. So excuse me while that reloads. In the meantime, it's also gonna be if they get it wrong. Instead of saying wrong, it's gonna take them right to the new screen here. And let's see here. This, okay, good. New screen, here we go. So in order to, for every single class here, all these lines of code, in order for every single one of them to see this, we're gonna have to make it right in the open like this. So we're just gonna leave that right there. So now every single line of code here can see the value of this, okay? So we're gonna click start. Is Flutter awesome? True. Okay, this doesn't matter. Boom, number correct, okay? Let's see, what was the error given to me? So it ran out of stuff to say what else is new. Let's go back again, start, boom, right back. So let's see. Let's refresh this because I added, if you get it wrong. So is Flutter awesome? Let's put, oops. Well, I did click false, but you couldn't see me click because I did it on my phone. So false, boom, number correct, okay? Good. And then, oops, we're going to have to, once you get it wrong, we're going to go right off the bat. We're going to say question number. Come on. Question QUES. Am I doing something? Maybe not. Question number is equal to 0. Maybe. Okay. Oh, because I want it here, but actually I don't want to do that quite yet. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. So you know what? Forget it. We're gonna say number correct, and we're gonna do a colon. The $sign means that it's gonna basically toString. I'm gonna take an integer and I'm gonna make it into a string. So I'm gonna do this question number. So I'm gonna go this again. We're gonna click start. Are Lamborghinis cheap? That's not. Oh my, excuse me. Right at the start, it's gonna go question number equals 0. It's got to restart it every time. So let me redo this here. Back it out. Start. Is Flutter awesome? True. It's correct. Why didn't it move on? Probably because I forgot to write question number plus something else. It's right here. That's interesting. Why didn't it move on? What if I go question number equals question number plus 1? Just make it, that's just really extra. Correct. Hold on, let me see what I do wrong and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Another classic mistake. You gotta think what your code's doing. So every time I called set state, it would rebuild this, meaning it would run this code again. And if you noticed, this used to say question number equals 0 down here. I don't want that down here. I want that right here. So when I click this, you know, I'm all the way back up here. The inkwell, it's gonna set it to 0 right here. Not every time this is redrawn. So I'm gonna click start. Is Flutter awesome? Let's click false. It says number correct 1. Okay, that's bad. So I'm gonna back it all the way up. And you know what? That's dumb. Why do I want? I don't want to back it all the way up. So let's add. Oh man, I tapped my phone again. So I don't want to back it all the way up. So I'm gonna say new text is gonna be this. So but that's on top. And I want that to be stacked. So we're gonna cut this. I'm gonna go cut that. We're gonna go a new column so that they can stack children. And we're gonna paste this and then comma new icon button. I love the icon button the most. Oops, it's a raised button dot. Oh, man, come on. Raised button dot icon. These look amazing. On pressed, we're just gonna leave that for right now. Icon is gonna be a new icon. Icon data is gonna be icons dot. It's always icons dot. Let's just do the plus is fine for right now. And the label is gonna be a new text, and we're gonna text, and we're gonna say start new game. Let's go like that. Come on. New game. And then we're gonna go on pressed. We want to navigate right back to where we started. So we're gonna copy and paste that navigator thing every time. Copy and paste it. Whoops, wow. And well, let's see, what is this called? My homepage state. Okay. So we're gonna go my homepage. Not the state, just to my homepage. So let's refresh this here all the way from the start. Take it from the top. So we're gonna go start. Is Flutter awesome? True. Does it say it's correct? Move on. Is YouTube awesome? True. Are Lamborghinis cheap? False. And click the false button. False. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, because it didn't take me there fast enough. So it gave me that. It threw me that error, which is kind of interesting. So you know what? Let's throw this in. What does it say here? Range error was thrown. Non-range 0 to 4. Okay, so if it's not, so if it's equal to 3, if it's not, let's just wrap all this in if it's not. Okay, excuse me. So if you put the else, it's gonna say if it's not equal to 3, then it'll run this code. Otherwise, it will, but it won't even matter. So, we're back to where it started. So let's just click start and refresh it so it doesn't give me that gross error anymore. Let's try this again. Start. Is Flutter awesome? True. Is YouTube awesome? True. Are Lamborghinis false? And click the false button. False. No error because it doesn't run the code anymore. Number is correct. That looks like trash, bro. Why does it look like that? Because it's at the top. The center doesn't do anything anymore because there's a column. So there's a center here, but the column is all the way up and down. So you're going to have to change that in the column settings. So we're going to go axis alignment, the main axis alignment on the column, and we're going to go center, main axis alignment dot center. Now when I click that and refresh it, it's going to go boom right in the middle. But those are kind of tight, right? I don't want that. That's ugly. Let's go. We're going to go a new sized box. Oops, sized box. And we're going to say the height of this size box is going to be 15.0, all right? Just to separate them a little bit. Boom, separated. And this number correct just doesn't work with this. And oops. So okay, well that works. I'm gonna change the text. Style, new text style, and the size is gonna be 40. The color is gonna be colors dot white, and the font weight is gonna be font weight dot bold. Refresh it here and just start from the top. So it's gonna say start. Click that. Is Flutter awesome? True. Is YouTube awesome? True. Are Lamborghinis false? And click the false button. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. False. Oh, jeez. um, wrong one. Classic, classic mistake right there. So I want this to be right there. So now let's see. There we go. Number correct 3. I can start a new game. That just kind of, is it raised button or is it outline button? Ooh, geez. OUTLI. Outline button. BUTTON. Outline button, maybe. Let's give that a whirl. Okay, that looks good, but it's black and the white, but and then that, and I'm gonna do the lazy approach. Let's just go. Let's just make it something like orange. Just that's the lazy approach, just so that it all looks. Yeah. Sure, orange. Okay, and the final thing is just making this a little box around it because a certain somebody did that. So the start, I'm just gonna do it for the first one because you don't really care. You can do it for the other ones if you want, but that's just a waste of time. So it's gonna say we got the center, we got the text. So we're gonna need to wrap this text in a container. So we're gonna go new container, and we're gonna go child of the text. And now this is when it gets interesting. We're gonna copy and paste. No, we're not. We're gonna go decoration, new box decoration. No, decoration. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah. Box decoration, and then we're gonna go border, new border dot all. We're gonna change the width to like 5.0. The color to colors dot white, and what else? I think that's it. So now it'll be a tight box. That looks like garbage. So let's add some padding here. So we're gonna go const edge insets dot all. Let's go 8. And now I'll give it a little, give it a little kick, I guess. Okay, so that was the entire quiz app. Again, you can do it for the true or false. I don't care. I'm not gonna show you that because I just showed it here. So is Flutter awesome true? Is YouTube awesome? We're gonna click false, and it says number correct. You got 2. So I can click start a new game, right back to where we started. This is the whole thing right here. Summarized in I don't even know, probably 15 minutes versus an hour and 50 minutes. Let me know if I forgot anything, did anything wrong. If you don't like the way I format my code, you can just right click and click reformat, and it does it all for you. There you go. It's 201 lines of code just to do this. Very, very simple, easy. Anybody could do it. Have any questions? Again, comments. If you dislike this video, make sure to smash that unsubscribe button. And have a good one. Peace out.